For years, thousands of Indians have looked Canada and New Zealand as the countries where better future was possible. But now, both nations are sending a very different message. Asylum claims from India are being rejected in record numbers. Deportations are rising, and authorities saw many applicants that were built on fabricated and unverified claims. But this is not just another immigration story. The investigation raises much bigger questions. Why are Canada and New Zealand suddenly cracking down on Indians all of a sudden? And more importantly, are extremist networks inside US, Canada, New Zealand, and India are affecting all of this? Well, this could be for a political purpose. And could this all end up against Indian students, families, and people living there legally? Well, in this episode of XP in Depth, we break down the official numbers, the allegations, the reality, and what it could mean for India's global image and for millions of Indians planning their future overseas. So let us begin. According to the official immigration data reviewed by The Print, immigration authorities in both Canada and New Zealand have significantly tightened the scrutiny on asylum applications filed by the Indian nationals, particularly those claiming religious or political persecution. Now, let us first look at the New Zealand. During 2023-24, Indian nationals filed 1,169 applications of asylum, that they were being harassed, that they were not happy, that they were not safe inside the country India, and that they want asylum in New Zealand. But out of these applicants, only 3 applications were approved. Total 116 were rejected, while 80 were withdrawn. And the trend continued in 2024-25 as well. India filed 887 asylum cases, and out of those, 246 rejected and 129 withdrawn. In the current 2025-26 period, 550 claims were filed. Authorities decided 555 cases, rejecting 348 and recording 199 withdrawals. According to the New Zealand's Refugee Status Unit, many applicants lacked credible evidence that appeared to be motivated by the immigration objectives rather than just a genuine need for the international protection. Now, Canada is also witnessing almost the similar pattern. In 2023, Canadian authorities decided more than 5,000 asylum claims from India. Around 2,500 were accepted, but 2,000 were rejected. Similarly, in 2024, nearly 6,000 claims were decided. Almost 1,700 were rejected. In 2025, more than 9,200 claims were processed, where 2,300 rejected and nearly 4,000 applicants abandoning their cases. Now, the deportation figures are equally significant. Canada removed 1,100 Indian nationals in 2023, and that number rose to over 2,000 in 2024 and nearly 3,800 deportees by 2025. And by March 2026, another 1,700 Indians that are already been removed. India has also the highest numbers of pending deportation cases in Canada. So, what is driving this crackdown? Well, Canadian immigration consultant Cover Serea says that the authorities found that many asylum claims were allegedly linked to the organized immigration frauds. According to him, some consultants advised visitors, international students, and temporary workers to file asylum claims instead of following the legal immigration pathway, presenting asylum as an easier route to permanent residency. He also claimed investors found hundreds of applications carrying nearly identical stories, suggesting that some claims were prepared using a standard template. The report further alleges that certain fringe of the Sikh extremist groups encouraged some of the applicants to participate in anti-India protests after arriving in Canada, so that those activities could now later be used to support the political persecution claims. Indian security sources quoted that in the reported media similar allegations, claiming that some networks facilitated the travel and provided the supporting documents for the asylum applications regularly. It is important to note that these are the allegations reported by The Print, Based on the statements of the immigration officials, consultants, and security sources, and the individual asylum applications continue to be assessed independently by the Canadian and New Zealand authorities. So, we are just presenting the report. For India, this issue goes beyond the immigration. The rising rejection rates may reinforce India's position that many asylum claims are not supported by the genuine evidence of the persecution. At the same time, the alleged misuse of the asylum seems it could be leading to a stronger cooperation between India and then the foreign governments to tackle the immigration fraud and the document forgery. For the genuine Indians in Canada and New Zealand, however, the consequences may be broader. As the governments tighten the enforcement, honest applicants could now face longer processing times, stricter background checks, and then more detailed scrutiny during the visa and immigration procedures. Now, the message from both countries is being increasingly clear. Asylum is intent for the people facing genuine persecution, not as the alternative pathway of immigration. And for the millions of Indians planning their future overseas, this crackdown is a reminder that following only the legal immigration channels remain the safest and most sustainable pathways forward. How did you like this report? Make sure to comment down below. Thanks for watching.